I'm William Stewart. Welcome to Fast 5, produced by the Indiana University Media School. Start your timers because our 5 minutes have begun. First up, the Indiana men's soccer team, who had a thrilling week, hosting 2 more matches at home after their draw against Washington last week. First up, they hosted the 2-2-4 Kentucky Wildcats, and Kentucky would get out ahead of the Hoosiers in a hurry, scoring 2 in quick succession in the first half. The Hoosiers came out of halftime down 2 with a hunger to win. First for the Hoosiers, it was senior forward Tommy Mahalik, who sneaks one by the UK keeper in the 52nd minute. The boy was amped, and not 5 minutes later, Mahalik scores again to tie the match at 2. The Hoosier captain's having a career-high season with 8 goals, 17 points so far. And after 30 minutes of missed opportunity, a hero emerges. V. Michael Neshi scores in the 85th minute to put the Hoosiers ahead 3-2. Indiana would hold for their first win against the Wildcats since 2019. 3 days later, they would host the 2023 Big Ten Championship rematch with Penn State. After a lulling first half, Indiana would find momentum behind freshman midfielder Charlie Heward, who scored his first, and this was his second goal, which was a very deserving one for the freshman. Heward said the match felt like a dream. IU held the last 15 minutes to extend their unbeaten streak to 5 games. Indiana is now 5-3-5 overall with a 3-1-2 record in conference. That sets them at 4th in the Big Ten standings. Their next match is in Ann Arbor, Michigan, Tuesday night at 7, when they try to extend that streak to 6 games. We'll stay on the pitch, but now it's time for Indiana women's soccer, who had their rivalry week hosting Purdue last Thursday. With the Golden Boot trophy on the line, back-to-back scoreless losses, the Hoosiers needed a rebound against the 6-6-1 Boilermakers. With all this at stake, you'd expect a fast and physical conference match. Yeah, that wasn't the case. A match with 11 total shots taken and 3 saves would amount to a 0-0 draw. The positive for the Hoosiers, they keep that Golden Boot trophy that they won in West Lafayette last year. Sunday afternoon, they had to host the Wisconsin Badgers in another conference matchup in which the Badgers scored early. In the 11th minute, graduate midfielder Alyssa Mart goes through the legs of Jamie Gerstenberg, and that goal was the only scoring action, as the last 80 minutes were a stalemate. Indiana's offensive struggles continue with their 4th straight scoreless match, and another loss to make them 6-6-2 with an abysmal 1-6-1 conference record.
Yeah, I think that was especially first, that was the downfall. We just kept losing the ball. And we said before the game, we're going to keep it, we're going to move it, we're going to find a free player, and we just didn't do that well enough. So
the Hoosiers will face off at home against Illinois Thursday night on BTN+. The women's volleyball team didn't have the greatest fall break ever. After not scoring over 19 points in a set and being swept by the number 14 Minnesota Golden Gophers in Minnesota on Friday, the Hoosiers' weekend would get tougher, as Sunday afternoon they had to host the number 3 Penn State Nittany Lions. The Hoosier defense held Penn State to a 143 hitting clip in the first set, allowing IU to hold them off to win that first set 25-22. But that number 3 team in the country would not go down easy, as they controlled all of set 2 to win that one. But set 3, let's talk about electric. A set that was back and forth throughout, going all the way up to 30 apiece. The Hoosiers would crack first, and the Lions would go up 2-1 after a 32-30 set 3 win. After set 3, the Hoosiers' chances died out down the stretch, losing the 4th and final set 25-22.
I'm disappointed we had windows where if we were a little bit more clutch, we might end up winning the match, and so that's that. But I told them today I was really proud of them. I thought the effort was amazing. I thought we played really well.
The volleyball team drops to 9-7 with a 2-4 conference record after their first home loss on the season. They'll be in Champaign Wednesday night to face the Fighting Illini on Big Ten Network. We'll go from the hardwood to the pool with Indiana Swim and Dive starting their season last weekend. 9 members of the number 4 ranked team in the country went down to Texas for the SMU Classic. Of Indiana's 9, 6 of them would win at least one of their events. The Hoosiers won in the 400 medley and the 200 freestyle relays. But junior Owen McDonald had himself a day, winning 5 different individual events. Of the 6 winning Hoosiers, 5 of them would make NCAA cuts with their times, and all the Indiana success in Texas earned them a win in their season opening meet with a score of 326, 18 points more than that second-place team, the Louisville Cardinals. And with football on bye and men's basketball around the corner, let's take a check on their status. And it's a historical time to be a Hoosier sports fan. For the first time since 1993, over 3 decades ago, both the football and men's basketball teams are ranked at the same time. And for reference, Everybody helping with this broadcast was not alive for that. And just like that, our 5 minutes are up, and then some. I'm William Stewart. Make sure to catch us on Wednesday for a preview of all your Hoosier sports, and thank you for joining us.